Welcome back, everybody. The gun debate back in the spotlight big time after Bob Costas' remarks on Jovan Belcher's murder-suicide. And now gun control advocates are using the incident to push for increased gun control, something President Barack Obama has hinted he will tackle in this second term. Joining us now is Emily Miller, the Washington Times columnist. Emily, welcome to Fox and Friends on this Sunday. So,
thanks for having me, Mike. Why
do you think gun control is now on the president's agenda when so little was talked about during the run-up to the election?
Well, that's absolutely right. Although President Obama, when he was a state legislature, was a strong advocate of more restrictions on the Second Amendment. And, as you know, Illinois has the most, I believe, unconstitutional laws in the country. They don't allow any rights to bear arms. He has said, right before the election in the debates, he said he did want to pursue the so-called assault weapons ban, which basically was an ineffective ban that expired because FBI and law enforcement said it doesn't reduce crime. We don't want to do anything. We don't need it anymore. It just bans guns that kind of look scary. But President Obama wants to renew that. He also has said that he is supporting a UN treaty on arms, which just hours after he was elected, he has representative at the United Nations sign. And that does not recognize the right to keep and bear arms. So the United States would be signing on to a worldwide treaty with countries like Syria and Iran, in which would water down our right to bear arms.
Yeah. I noticed there was quite a spike in gun sales after the election. Why is that?
Well, because of all these things, because of those things and President Obama's history in his first term of trying to use regulations, executive orders, things like that to try to restrict guns. So people want to get the guns that they think may be restricted.
Yeah.
They're also worried about the government having guns and them not. So the National Shooting Sports Foundation reported that Black Friday was the single biggest sale of firearms in the history of this country.
Wow.
November was the single biggest month of firearm sales.
But you know what, Emily, I think another stat that never gets talked about is over this last 11 months in this country, a new study came out that says 2.5 million times in this country over the last 11 months, crimes have been prevented because of guns. Where does the anti-gun group get it wrong?
Well, exactly. Bob Costas said, I think he actually said on this network, that guns always make situations more dangerous. And saying things like that is just factually incorrect. There are about 30,000 people approximately every year who are killed with a firearm. But exactly like you said, Mike, 2.5 million times a year, people use their guns to prevent crime. So firearms, and the reason is that firearms are a deterrent. We've seen the lowest crime rates in this country right now. Gun ownership is at its highest rates in history. 47% of American households report to have a gun in their home, and those are the ones who will admit it and, will let the pollsters know. And yet crime rate is at the lowest it's been since the 1960s, and accidental firearms mistakes are at their lowest in the history of this country. So, Bob Costas and all these anti-gun people are really just spouting off incorrect things, and, people should be aware.
I've heard quite a few people say after his remarks, if Belcher's girlfriend had had a gun, maybe she wouldn't be dead. So, Emily, thank you for being with us today on this Sunday. Good to see you.
Thanks, Mike.
All right.
Thank you.